don't think I need a microphone. I'm used to speaking to groups. For those of you that don't know me, my name's MacLean. I spent 4 years with the Allentown Police Department. Finished my career in 2013 as the chief. I have been the chief for 8 years. I'm also very proud of our police department, as is Candida. I think we have a very fine police department. And I think part of the proof of that is the fact that in those 8 years, even though we had less officers, crime fell 30%. Part 1 crimes, the major crimes, fell 30%. And that's a tribute to the guys and the gals that were out there on the street working with the community and helping to bring down that crime rate. But anyhow, you asked to say, why do we want to run for city council? God only knows why. But I've been at those meetings all too much. But no, what happened was after I retired from the police department, I went to work for the district attorney, which is where I'm working now. And I'm working a 40-hour work week. Well, to me, that's like working part-time because I'm so used to working all the time. So as Candida said, I still have time, I still have energy to give back to the city. I'm born and raised in this city. I've lived here my whole life. I'm not planning on retiring and moving to Florida. Right. We'd like to go there on vacation, but we're not moving there. So I have a vested interest in this city. I see a lot of things that are going on. I'm a member of the Early Learning Coalition, which is a group that's very active. There are studies out there that show that kids that get quality early education do better. They drop out of school less. They get in trouble less, which helps everybody. It helps the police department. It helps the school district. It helps everybody. It helps all of us in this city. So those are that's one of the things when I interviewed for the position when Pete Schweier left, they asked me, well, how in the world are you going to do that with city council? I said, well, I'm doing it now without city council, so I expect members of city council to also be involved in that because it's a group effort. You can't do it on your own. But that's one of my pet projects. I do want to bring that early education as much as possible. There's still a large population of the city of Allentown whose kids are underserved by quality early education. Also, we've seen a lot of development that's gone down in the city of Allentown and downtown. We need to spread it throughout the city. We need to continue developing the city. We need to keep helping all the neighborhoods. That's it. Yes, sir.
Actually, I have a two-part question, and since you brought up the development. What is your plan to make the Center City project around the arena more welcoming to families and to people of all income levels versus the upper class and rich income levels, which it is only pretty much welcoming to right now? And I'm not only speaking for myself, but attending events at the arena, this is what families tell me, where it's basically, thank God for the 7-Eleven, because they can't afford the restaurants that are in, you go to any arena, so what is your plan? Do you have a plan as far as to make it a more blended for all income levels to be welcome versus just the rich and the upper class?
Right. Do I have a plan? That goes back to what I said before. We need to start moving some of that development and some of those good things that are happening into other neighborhoods. Do I have a plan to say A, B, and C? No, but we have developers, we have people that have put that stuff down there. I think we can get them, and there are things that are starting to work now where they're going to start moving some of that stuff around. Do I have a specific plan? My specific plan would be to work with people to get more built out rather than just downtown.
Okay.
I can't dictate the prices of the restaurants.
Right.
So that's up to them.
But city council city council can encourage the development of, say like on the east side you have a Top Diner, on the west side you have Hamilton Family, for more family-friendly places to eat, such as the mom and pop diners, which is the Lehigh Valley in general has always been known for.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can a city council candidate encourage that? Absolutely. And I do that. I go to the Ham Fan at times. I used to go to the Top Diner all the time. So I've been to them. I still continue to go to those places. I patronize a lot of those places.
Okay.
But specific plan is to work with the developers, work with people downtown to continue that, to move the rest of the city forward.
Okay.
You said two parts.
You actually also just answered the second one. I actually live on the east side, And just out of curiosity, one day I walked from the bridge up to the Giant, and I was wondering if there were, if you even realized that there are at least, including the 8th Street building and what used to be the Pig Pen, Boulevard Lanes, at least 8 empty businesses where, okay, the downtown section's great, it's wonderful, looks beautiful, but yet between there and like especially Hanover Avenue, people coming in from Bethlehem, people coming in from 22, they're looking at this and it's like, it's one of the festivals over in Bethlehem. You have people coming in those directions, like, okay, that's beautiful, but take a look at this. But you already answered that with, trying to get the development spread out over the city.
Right. I believe in free enterprise. I believe that if there's a market there, people are gonna come, and they're gonna build something, and people are gonna patronize, especially if you have a good product.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure.
Yes, I have a question. You mentioned that you would try to enforce more quality relative to education. Can you give us an example of what you would propose and how?
I'm not proposing anything new. What I'm proposing is getting more people involved in it. There's a group that meets on a monthly basis, which is not on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, which is the Early Learning Coalition. There's also a state group that does that. There are a lot of private businesses that are funneling money into early childhood education, quality early childhood education. They even have it broken down into, not just the mom and pop daycare where somebody's there.
Right.
Perfect example is the Head Start building over at the old state hospital, where there are a lot of kids getting good quality early education over there. My plan there is to try and get more people, especially private enterprise, involved in this effort. We haven't had a budget in the state for over 100 days. It doesn't look like we're going to have one soon. We can't count on the government to do everything for us. So I think pulling people in, getting people involved, is another viable option than to wait for the state to pass a budget. My goodness, I don't even think we'll have one by Christmas, but who knows?
The other thing is getting the word out to the community, people, about, for example, what you're talking about. Because many people don't often hear about these programs.
Right. Well,
So,
there is actually a waiting list for kids to come into that quality early education, but there's no money to fund it. Because you can only put so many in the, you can only put so many in the classes. And I've been over there, I've actually read to the kids when I was the chief, and it's amazing how active these kids are. It just makes, we've got educators here, we've got people from the school board. When they walk into school prepared, it makes a whole lot of difference. As a police officer, I used to drive around the city, and even as chief, I would drive around the city because we had a lot of problems when school left out. And I'd see kids going home from school with no books. And I'm thinking, how in the world,